Okay. So this morning we're starting with meditation. And I recommend lying down because that's what I prefer. But many people prefer meditation seated. So just find a comfortable position where you can relax, but also remain awake and aware. So not too relaxed that you fall asleep, but relaxed enough that your body feels comfortable. And then when you're ready, softly closing the eyes, taking a few breaths to arrive this morning, in and out through the nose. And lengthening the inhale and the exhale. Knowing that you've made it this morning. That you're taking care of your body. And that you're trying your best. And the affirmation for this morning is, I am open to receive the goodness of life. I am open to receive the goodness of life. So repeating that 3 times in your head with clarity and confidence. Now bringing the awareness, settling and focusing your attention back on your breath. Again, noticing the sensations of your breath in this present moment. As you breathe, you know the relaxation is normal and natural, and your body will do this on its own. But you can help your body relax right now by repeating your intention one more time in your mind's eye. I am open to receive the goodness of life. With every breath you take, you feel more and more relaxed. If thoughts about your day ahead arise, just let them be. You don't need to do anything with them in this moment. Just simply letting the thoughts come and go. Now bringing awareness to your right hand. Notice each finger in your mind's eye of your right hand. Now touch your right thumb to your index finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to ring finger, thumb to pinky finger, thumb to ring finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to index finger. Relax your hand, relax your fingers. Notice your left hand. Bringing awareness to each finger on your left hand. Touch your left thumb to index finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to ring finger, thumb to pinky, thumb to ring finger, thumb to middle finger, thumb to index finger. Relax your hand, relax your fingers. Now you're going to focus your intention on letting an intention arise. You will do this by asking yourself a question. Don't try hard to stay here. Just say soft and relax. If at any point you find yourself holding your breath, exhale fully so your breath naturally resets. So firstly, ask yourself, physically, for the benefit of my health and well-being, in one word, what do I need? I'm just going to repeat that one more time. Physically, for the benefit of my health and well-being, in one word, what do I need? Notice what comes up for you. Emotionally, for the benefit of my heart, in one word, what do I need? Again, emotionally, for the benefit of my heart, in one word, what do I need? Noticing what comes up. Spiritually, for the benefit of my soul, what do I need? Spiritually, for the benefit of my soul, what do I need? Notice what comes up. Now imagine you're holding these 3 words as seeds of intentions in the palm of your right hand. Place your right hand on your forehead and plant the seeds of intention in your mind. Place your right hand over your heart and plant the seeds of intention in your heart. Place your right hand on your belly, just above your navel, and your left hand on top of your right. Plant the seeds of intention deep in your core. And for the last time in your mind's eye, repeating the affirmation, I am open to receive the goodness of life. Take an inhale through the nose. Hold at the top. Super slow, sigh out through the mouth. Adding movement to fingers and toes. Reawakening the wrists and ankles, moving those movements all the way up the body, perhaps into a stretch, a yawn, or hugging knees in. Whatever movements now that feel good to help you reawaken before we move on. And then when you're ready, we're slightly going to come up to seated, and then super slowly, we're coming up to standing this morning. When you come to standing, just take a couple of stretches, maybe another yawn. And we're going to do our work on our brainstem this morning. So I think we did this one maybe last week or the week before. So we're going to do our air hunger drills. This really wakes us up and energizes. So maybe you'll skip your morning coffee, but don't completely trust me on that. But it also helps with our forward fold. So think about flexion. So what we're going to do is we're going to test our forward fold to begin with. So I want you to just notice as you take a fold, bend into both knees and then straighten one leg. I want you to not just get like a full test. I want you to warm up a little bit into the legs, maybe lift one heel, the other heel, maybe sway side to side. You could completely bring the hips down and then back up. So we're just warming a little bit into those hamstrings, into the legs. Taking a couple of breaths, might even lift one arm up and then the other arm. And then when you feel like, okay, I feel a little bit warmer in the legs now. And I just want you to notice where your hands are. If you keep the chest proud rather than rounding the upper back and the hips up, whereabouts do the hands come and the palms down? Are the fingertips down? Or are you touching the calves? It's kind of like work out where your forward fold is to give yourself a test. And then when you've done that, rolling up to standing, making that mental note. And then we're going to do the air hunger drills. If you've done them before, maybe give 5 rounds a go this time. If you haven't done them before, you've only tried them once, then 3 rounds. So what we do is we take an inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. We hold the breath and we take a body weight movement. So today I'm going to suggest squats as fast as you can. So we're not doing them super slow, not too fast, but like with control. Or you can take press ups. So you might have knees down doing your press ups there. We hold the breath for the whole time. And then when you feel that mild air hunger, like you need to take your next breath, see if you can do one more. And then you take your inhale, exhale to recover, and then straight away you go on to your next round. So perhaps you're doing 3 rounds, maybe that's 5 rounds. So when you're ready, let's do it together. Inhale, exhale, let's go. And then once you've done all your rounds, you retest your forward fold to notice if there's any difference. So for me, in that time, there was quite a lot of difference, I felt like. And then we want to work to that new range of movement. So we're just going to hang out in this forward fold a little bit longer. Maybe grab the back of the legs, keep those hips high. You might walk to a downward dog and then back again. So we just want to hold it a little bit longer to keep that new range of movement going. And then we'll move into our movement portion. Yeah, lovely. So if you did notice the difference, go ahead and comment and let me know. Rachel, did you notice any difference? Yeah. So this is definitely one of my favorite ones because you can quite notice the difference just after a few rounds. Take a few more breaths here in that forward fold or any position in flexion. Lovely. So eventually you should be able to hold your breath for longer and longer during these holds as you begin to build up that resilience. Just takes time. You can also do this when you're out and about walking and notice your improvement after you can do like steps, how many steps you can do. Maybe the next day you can do a lot more, and that reduce that CO2 retention. Okay. So we're going to stay in our forward fold and start moving from here this morning. So bring the hands down, bend into the knees, step back, downward facing dog, hips up to the sky. Bring the knees down. We're going to have some cat and cow for 5 rounds. Inhale, drop the chest. Exhale, round. 4 more times. Lovely. Once you've done your 5 rounds, again, tuck those toes, hips up to the sky. We're going to round the upper back as much as we can as we come onto the tippy toes and roll forwards into a high plank. We're going to bend into the knees, chest down, booty up, and then we're going to bring the hips up to the sky. Inhale, roll forwards again, round as much as you can until you come into your high plank. And then again, hips up, bend into the knees. We're arching the back as we come back to our downward dog. We're kind of trying to form a spinal wave here. So if you can do it a few more times. So rounding as you roll forward. Exhale, coming up, hips up to the sky. Yeah. Really nice, Rachel. 2 more rounds. And then on the last round, we're going to stay in our high plank. And then bring the knees down. Take 5 rounds of cat and cow again. Inhale, drop the chest. Exhale, round as much as you can. Once you've done your 5 rounds with tucking the toes, hips back up to the sky, downward dog. Lift up onto the tippy toes, and this time we're going to take tiny little steps to the top of the mat. Trying to keep feet and hands down for as long as we can until we can't anymore, and we have to come up onto fingertips, and then maybe lifting hands up, but stay in that forward fold at the top of the mat. Grab onto opposite elbows, ragdoll sway, side to side. Allow the head to relax down. Let's work a little bit on our fold still. The left hand is going to stay down on the ground, right hand reaches up to the sky. Look up the right hand if you can, maybe open the shoulder a little bit more. And then see if you can bend into left knee and straighten the right leg. Yeah, perfect. See if we can get the arms in one line. Really hard, this one. Take 1 more breath. And then switch. We're bringing right hand down, left arm up. So straighten the left leg this time. Bend into right knee. 2 breaths. And then release the hand down. Come back into the forward fold. Grab the back of the legs anywhere that feels good. Allow the chest and belly to melt down towards the legs, keeping hips high. And then release the legs round again as much as you can. Roll all the way up to standing. We're bringing head and shoulders up last. Nice and slow. Take some shoulder rolls when you get to the top. Ooh. Okay. We're going to step back into a high lunge. This time, left foot is going to step to the back of the mat, arms reach up. And straight away, we're going to bring hands on the hip bones and feel what is our pelvis doing. Can we get it to face forward? Tailbone down. Can we straighten that back leg? So bend into front knee. And then when you reach the arms back up, we're keeping the rib cage facing down. Lovely. Exhale, we're going to open out into a warrior two. So that back heel is going to come down, hips open, arms open wide. Looking over front fingertips if you can. We're imagining the thighs are drawing up and towards each other, but shoulders are back and down. And then we're going to go for a side angle pose here. Now we're going to reach left arm to the top of the mat. If we're getting our back leg and left arm in one line, as right forearm hovers off the right thigh. So we're not going to hang down here. And we're going to rotate the chest towards the sky. So never let that right arm sink down, because then we forget about it. We're going to press down into the feet, keep reaching that left arm towards the top of the mat rather than the sky if you can. Get that left leg nice and active. Perfect. Then we're going to come into reverse warrior. The left hand is going to come back to the back leg, right arm up to the sky and back. Keeping the legs the exact same. Perfect. One more breath. Looking up if you can. Keep that chest up. And then bringing both hands on the hip. Straighten that front leg. We're going to rotate both feet to face the long edge of the mat. Shoulders roll back and down, chest is proud. Take an inhale. Legs are active. Exhale, we hinge from the hips, taking a wide-legged fold. Bring the hands down just below the face. We're going to take a twist again. So left hand under the face, right hand up to the sky. Reach up to the ceiling, look up to that hand. Thighs still drawing towards each other. So we're basically placing no weight in that left hand, so the legs are doing all the work. And then switch. Right hand comes down, left hand up to the sky. One more breath. Release the hand down. Grab hold of anywhere on the legs that you can. Maybe that's thighs, calf, or ankles. If you haven't got socks on, you can always go for the big toe. Inhale, we keep the chest proud. Maybe lift up slightly. Exhale, we see if we can fold a tiny bit deeper. Lovely. 2 breaths here. Play around with that weight distribution. Maybe you're leaning more into the balls of the feet as you can get a bit deeper and the hips higher. And then when you're ready, hands come onto the hips. Inhale, we lift halfway. Exhale, we come all the way up to standing. Come back into a warrior two shape. High lunge, so we swivel off, back foot, jaw lifts, reach the arms up. And then we're going to come into our Tadasana, top of the mat, step forward, shake it out, take a little victory dance. And then hopefully, especially at this time of morning, I'm going to remember that on the other side. So we're going to start with our high lunge. I'm sure that's what we started with. So right foot steps back, arms up, and focus on the high lunge. So I always bring my hands on the hips to begin with. Get hands on with that pelvis. It's your Shakira moment. You want to make sure that tailbone is going down so you can feel the back leg activating. The hips are both facing forwards and they're both level as well. So if you brought your hands onto the hip bones, are they in one line or is one slightly lifted? And my right hip seems to go down more. So even if it's just a millimeter, you can probably feel that with your hands, how it just feels slightly different. And then maybe we start to put too much strain on our lower back. We want our glutes to feel super strong here. And then we reach the arms up to the sky with the whole torso feeling strong as it faces downwards rather than flaring out. Lovely. Coming into our warrior two now, so we open the hip, back heel comes down, open the arms. And again, we're focusing on that pelvis movement. Is it sticking out to the side, or can you face it down? Looking towards front fingertips. And can you see the big toe? If you can't see it, maybe bring that knee slightly out to the side. Lovely. And then we're going for our reverse warrior, I think. So right hand comes down, left hand up to the sky. Oh, I know what we missed. I think we missed side angle. We'll do that next. Keep lifting that chest up. And then side angle. So right arm is now reaching all the way up to the sky and then to the top of the mat. One line with the back leg. Left arm is bent, but it hovers. So the forearm is hovering off the thigh. Maybe we're leaning a little bit further forward as chest rotates up. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands on the hips, torso up. Perfect. Straighten that front leg. Face both toes towards the side of the mat. Chest proud, roll shoulders back and down. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're going to fold here. So bring the hands just down when you lower down. And then option to take any of those movements that we did before. So perhaps that twist, or maybe you want to grab the legs and pull a little bit deeper. Or the final option today is walking the hands through the legs, fingertips facing all the way behind you as you reach your hands through. So up to you what feels good. If you're doing your twist, make sure to do it on both sides. We've got 3 more breaths here. Lovely. And after your 3 breaths, we bring the hands back to the hips. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bring the torso all the way up. Back to our warrior 2. To our high lunge, lift off that heel, arms up. And then back to Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of the mat. Take a shake out, quick dance. Whoop, whoop. It's Thursday, we did it. We did our morning routine. Well done everyone for joining me. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. We're back again at 7 a.m. tomorrow, or you can join me at 8 o'clock tonight for a relaxing chill class.